A very infamous scammer has now sent over $2.1 billion worth of Bitcoin to Coinbase. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but first you have to hear $143 million of long liquidations happened yesterday within 60 minutes. So if you're part of our learningcrypto.com member, what I go over all the time is stay out of leverage. I've been in this space since 2012. Guys, I've never been in leverage and I do quite well, okay? You don't need to try to time the market and borrow a bunch of money to try to get super rich in this space. I would say 2% of people in the world actually make consistent money while trading, especially trading on leverage. What do I mean by that is borrowing money. So say for instance, you have leverage is pretty much, if you have $100, you can borrow maybe 10x or whatever, that would be $1,000. So people, if the price drops, 20%, you lose everything. So what is the point of that? I don't understand. There's so much money to be made legitimately in this space without going in leverage, like the alts that we are getting into, the AI coins that we've been absolutely killing it. I mean, if you're wondering what to do, learningcrypto.com. Moving on. So let me go over British HODL really quick. He's got some really interesting insights on history. There are 14 days between now and the halving, 14 business days. Should GBTC trend continue, they will sell an additional $4.2 billion worth of Bitcoin in the next 14 sessions. That's an additional 61,000 Bitcoin being sold onto the market. They will still have 290,000 Bitcoin left on the day of the halving, if this trend continues. However, from the halving, it will take just 66 business days, sessions for GBTC to completely get rid of all their Bitcoin. But keep in mind that they're not going to get rid of all their Bitcoin. This is just a bunch of Bitcoin that they need to get rid of because people want to sell it, all right? It's as simple as that. They're not going to get rid of all of it. So I think you're going to see less and less Bitcoin within a month or so being sold by BlackRock or Grayscale, and that's going to be really bullish, especially within 16 days. We have the halving. The emission rate from the miners goes in half, guys. Like there's the supply, you're going to see a massive supply crunch like you've never seen with Bitcoin, especially with all these bigger players getting involved with the market, having family offices and so on. It's going to be quite wild. All right, so Bitcoin Archives has a really good tweet. In 2020, Bitcoin went up 250% in just 4 months after breaking a new all-time high. That would put Bitcoin at $231,000 if it repeated this cycle. Now, I don't think personally that we are going to see $230,000 Bitcoin. We might. Let me know down below if I'm completely wrong. But I think we will see probably 150,000, give or take, whatever. I think, and we are also going to see a blow off top this year rather than next year. Because why? First off, this cycle is very different than all the rest of the cycles. Number one, we've hit all-time highs for the first time before the halving. That's never happened before. So with that in mind, we are in a completely different arena right now, especially with BlackRock and all these 9 ETFs that are out there. There's a lot of big money that is going to be fueling the fire for retail, which is going to do the parabolic. When they buy, it's going to have the parabolic blow off top. What I mean by that, anybody that comes, you're probably going to get 5 or 10 calls per day from your friends that you haven't heard of, and they're going to be asking you, which coin should I buy? That is near a top, guys. You want to sell to them, unfortunately. Well, you might not want to sell to them, but that's who's going to be buying when you do sell, unfortunately. And yeah, whatever. But let's go over to this scammer that the US government transfers 30,174 Bitcoin worth $2.1 billion seized from the Silk Road to Coinbase. Interesting. You tell me, what do you think they're going to do with that money? Are they going to sell it? What are they going to do? Keep in mind, Coinbase is BlackRock's custodian. Very interesting timing right now. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Lastly, talking about the U.S. being a scammer, this is from Zero Hedge. U.S. interest to hit $1.6 trillion by the end of the year, making it the largest U.S. government outlay. And this is really interesting quote by Lynn Alden. She retweeted this guy, Luke Groman, who said, many investors have been looking for the next crisis in private markets, but the next crisis has been built in government debt markets. Guys, it's all a scam. Every bit of that. It's all a game as well. So you can either play it to benefit you by buying Bitcoin, by buying real estate, or you can just, keep your money in savings and you're just going to get robbed. So my suggestion is that you educate yourself really fast. Listen to me, listen to others like me who teach people about inflation, because guess what loves inflation? Bitcoin. Bitcoin loves monetary inflation. So anyways, that's all I have. Please like and subscribe. Check us down below for a CT Club at learningcrypto.com. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.